Hello, everyone. Those who are here and ready and willing to listen. I don't want to label this message too much as in labeling who this message is for. But I am going to say that I do want to attract those who are holding the light codes for the twin flame experience, sacred lover experience, mission, and starseeds, lightworkers, and anyone else who is open and willing to listen that is spiritually awake. We all have blueprints. We all have designated times of activations, and each and every one of us had our awakening moment, our moment of activation, and being triggered awake. This was all designed in our soul plan, our blueprint, okay? And it's all encoded in there. And so for us that were then activated and went through the process, and some of us are still going through the process or further along in the process or blibbity blah, right? Whatever. We are more aware to what is going on in the world and aware of the programming on the planet. We are aware, at whatever extent, of the ego and of the manipulation of energy. We are, in various forms, we are blazing and setting the path for others to follow. We are out here writing articles and bits of truth, whether you're doing it on your social media, through books or articles, whatever, speaking publicly, publishing videos, working through the healing arts, working as an activist. There's so many paths, but we are implementing truth, and of course we are still here on planet Earth. So at some point, right, we did have to reinsert ourselves back into the matrix, right? In some form or fashion, and we are bringing light and bringing the truth into the matrix to help others wake up, to bring truth and light in, to shatter and to clear up all the illusions, right? And especially for twin flames, there's usually one that was triggered and activated awake first, and you have done a lot of the clearing and healing, which really has set the path for your counterpart. You have cleared the path for them for when they're ready, and you, in a sense, are their guide through it. And what I want to share is that do your best to be gentle towards your counterpart. Since they are being activated after you and going through the ascension process, the awakening after you in time, And right now, what's going on the planet, things are speeding up very fast. So basically, they are going through what you went through in a shorter amount of time. As in, we had more time to trigger awake, to start healing, to implement, to grow, to process a lot of old stuff, to transmute the old stuff, and to live our truth, to walk our truth, to be on our path. And I told myself for a while that it actually didn't take a lot of time for me. And in a sense, it didn't, but it did. I realized that my soul and my guides have been trying to trigger me since I was young. But because of what was going on, which is still all being was orchestrated, I would cause myself to go into a state of forgetfulness and distract myself. Boy, is it great to have someone who can guide you through it. And to an extent, I had my mother at times to do that. But, do I say that it's such a blessing for those others around the world who maybe have a spiritual teacher or guru or even someone incarnated in their family or a friend or someone who takes on the role of being like a guide or teacher to you to help you with who you really are and to help trigger you awake, to keep you on your true path. So, but when I finally did surrender and stop running, stop listening to my ego and stop running and completely surrender control and let go of control, it all happened very rapidly, like fast. I made the conscious choice to just surrender at the end of 2011. And in the course of like 2-3 months, things rapidly changed. And on the outside, it looked very chaotic. I, lost my job. Was getting evicted from my apartment, but I was also getting away from a person who was abusive to me, the abusive relationship I was in. And on the outside, it looked completely chaotic. It looked like my life was falling into pieces. And I had this inner calm because I knew that everything, I was just leaving this reality I didn't want anymore and knew wasn't real. I didn't want to claim it as my reality anymore because I knew, I was like, this cannot be real. This is just not real. Like, there's no way I want to live the rest of my life this way. And so I just completely let go and let everything, become disheveled. Like, just, on the outside, people were probably like, whoa, Trina, she was so successful and ambitious and had all this material stuff, a home and this nice car and all this furniture and all this money, and she could do this and that and lady-la and, really cool jobs in the Matrix. And it all went kablooey. And so in 2012, it became very, very fast because I just completely let go of it all. And that's when, since I stopped struggling and fighting it, it became fast. But I've had since that time to be where I am now. And so I want you to reflect on your journey and your ascension process and healing process and have the understanding that you did have more time. Whereas because of what's going on the planet and the call is so strong, those who are to follow, our counterparts who are meant to be here beside us, for twin flame holders, code holders, and even just starseeds and lightworkers in general, or anybody who is with someone that is not fully awake yet, I'm saying be patient, be gentle. Because for those who have it encoded in their blueprint to now activate and have actually been activated, it happened. There was a huge wave that happened during 2015 and 16. And it's all still going on, processing these individuals, these souls who've now been activated. They're going through all that we went through, but they're having to do it faster because of what's going on the planet. It's even more intense for them and more overwhelming. And let me rephrase that. It would be wonderful if we are kinder, more patient, and more understanding. Because if you remember, parts of it was pretty intense and overwhelming. And if it was that way for us with the amount of time we had, imagine what it's like for a person who's got to do it in a shorter amount of time, because there's so much work that has to get done right now. So just imagine that. Illusions shattering before you, even faster than when it happened for you. Like, can you imagine it all happening very fast and becoming aware of aspects of yourself or memories, repressed memories and things within yourself that you repressed or forgot, or, things that need to be healed, like all of this coming up very fast and in a short amount of time. My partner and I we're going through a very, very fast, rapid purging and integration last year. It was so insane. Like, once we physically met and found one another, it was like, just instantaneous, like purging non-stop and integrating. And so just imagine what it's like for that person, for it to be so instant and intense. And let me shift over from talking about twin flames and romantic relationships to just people around you in general. You're going to have family members, maybe some coworkers, friends, strangers, who knows? It's just, there are people around you that are rapidly now going through purging and healing and integration. And it is probably intense for them too. And we have to be very understanding, because we were there. We were there, remember? So be understanding. Be patient. And be in love, the vibration of love. May your actions, your thoughts, your words be of love, from love, and for love. This is the best thing we can do. For many of us, doing it first, we did have that time, as I said. And for many of you, if you're going to realize, just like I have, that it took a while to fully come into your body, especially those holding certain codes and starseeds and twin flames. You will have had the realization, maybe recently, lately, or soon, that you have not fully been in your body your whole life. And then especially through the ascension process, I realized I was so connected to the higher realms, I was not fully grounded in my body. And so over the years, I have been integrating into the physical realm. And once I met my counterpart, the embodiment process became real. It became super real. I mean, haven't you noticed my videos lately are different? My tone, my countenance, the way I am speaking and communicating. I have been integrating my masculine energy with my feminine energy. I have been integrating and learning how to harmonize and then channel both of these energies. And so you'll notice a little more oomph. You'll notice more power, force within my communication. You will notice the way I'm communicating, my facial expressions, how I'm communicating. It is a little bit different because I've been integrating and I'm more of who I am. I'm more in my body. And I mean, you'll see it. It's really touching. Even touching for me to look back and watch it. But kind of funny too. Like you'll see, I did a video on coming out publicly about being a starseed and my codes and blueprint and what I'm here to do. And I can put that link above. Okay, so you'll see it. I don't know if it'll be on that side, this side, whichever. And I even show you the state of awe that I'm in, the wonderment that I'm in, because I'm like, this is my body. And I am meant to look this way. And you'll see that on my face and when I'm expressing it. I was not faking it. I literally was in that state of really realizing, holy shit, this is my body. And I'm in here now. I'm fully in here. A lot of people throughout my life, before I even dedicated myself to my spiritual journey, would tell me I was constantly somewhere else, kind of here, kind of gone, and lived in a fantasy world and this and that. And so it's true, I really checked out a lot. Like at times I was here, but a lot of my essence, I was connected to the spirit realm. I was kind of here, kind of not. And you'll see this behavior with a lot of people and children that we as a collective are labeling and diagnosing with autism and ADHD, a lot of different special needs diagnosis. It's really souls that are so high vibration and coming down to earth. It is so hard and it is so dense and traumatizing to come down here into this grid and feel all this dense energy and fear and pain and anger. And so many souls are choosing not to fully be embodied. They're kind of here and kind of not. They're connected to a bunch of different realms. I will speak on that more when the time is right, because I've had my own personal experience of doing that myself, and being labeled possibly autistic and ADD, stuff like that. And also I've had the experience of others around me, but I also was a teacher. I was a tutor, a paraeducator at a middle school, and noticed that within my students. And I worked in the ESL program, English as a second language, but I also worked with severe special needs, and I saw that and learned, put pieces together about a lot. So I will speak on that sometime. With that said, let me bring it back. What I'm saying is that you're going to recognize that, holy shit, I'm finally in my body. I thought I was in my body. I thought I was here. But oh my God, I'm actually really here. You're going to start to see that everything is even more real, super real. Like, you're very awake and very conscious. And you'll realize that there have been times, or throughout the years, you realize you haven't fully been here. So you're coming into your body now. Like, and you can, when you're clearing your energy and whatever practices you have in place, I try to make sure when I wake up, when I go to bed, at least that I clear my energy, that I ground my energy, and I call my energy into my body, and then I shield my energy in my space. I do suggest you try that if you don't do that already. And if you would like to know how, please let me know in the comments below. I will make a video. Let me know if this is something you're interested in. And you will notice a difference. You will notice a difference. And you will see that you are more embodied. And it's needed. Be here now. Be here. Be present. And be kind to yourself and be kind to your counterpart who is going through it. And they are there with you. Their soul is there. And they're doing the work too, okay? And we're all doing it. And we're all doing our part. And just be gentle. Be gentle with those around you, as always. Do your best. That's it for now. So for all those who are ready to hear that, there it is for you, okay? So much love with you, and may the light be with you. May you truly seek that light and truth and walk your path. Namaste. Mitakoe o Yasin. Aroha nui.